What's up everybody, my name is Cypher. Today I will show you how to speed up your PC, how to get more FPS out of your games. So, first off, I want to thank you guys for 54 subscribers. I hope we get a lot more in the future. So, to celebrate this, I want to make a tutorial for you guys on how to speed up your PC, what to think about when keeping your PC clean, and how to get a little bit more FPS out of your games, out of your PC, in your games. Let's begin with Windows key and R. Let's go into %temp%. There we go. Now all you do is just Control A, delete. It will delete the files that are not being used. Files that are being used will prompt you with an error or can't continue further. This you can just click do this for all current items and skip. You can close that window now. You go into your recycle bin, right click, empty recycle bin. Yes. Next thing is same thing but without the %temp. There will be files in here, and I know what you're thinking. This is in Windows folder. I know. Trust me, it won't break your PC, it won't break your system, it won't break anything. Just Control A and delete every file. Some files probably won't let themselves delete. If they will, it's just better. So it should be empty. Next thing, let's go into services.msc. You guys probably wondering, Typha, what is this? Why am I here? Let me explain. This, everything on the list here, everything from A to Z, those are services that are required by, for example, Windows Defender, Discord, Razer software, SteelSeries software, Logitech software, Origin, Steam, etc. Some are system services, some are performance bottleneck, or not bottleneck, but performance reducing services actually. So, let me explain. The thing we want to disable in here is sysmain. This is what we want to disable. All you do is just right click, stop, then double click. Okay, just for the sake of this video I can start it. It will look something like this. So all you do is just right click on sysmain, press stop, then double click with your left mouse button, disable, apply, and OK. Basically what this does, makes your apps/games launch faster. And what it is doing is gathering data, launch data, or just data in general, and saves them in your RAM. So games that were launched before will launch faster with this enabled, but will actually decrease FPS and make your system run slower. or more poor, if you could say so. So disable that for more smoother Windows and gaming experience. Next thing is game bar. What we're gonna do is left click on your Windows icon, go to settings, now all you do is you go into gaming, disable Xbox game bar. It's an Xbox overlay for streaming, recording, getting Xbox game invites and stuff. Getting Xbox invites basically, but it reduces a little bit of FPS, so I keep it disabled. Captures, record in the background, off. Record audio and I record game. When I record a game, I keep it on because it doesn't matter when it's disabled, but just for the purpose of this, I will just keep it off. Or just turn it off. Let's go into the next one, game mode. Actually, about this one, I'm not so sure. I keep game mode on, but if you feel like your game is running better with the game mode on, it probably depends on your PC, which processor you have and graphics card. You could try it with on or off. See if which one decreases your FPS and which one increases. If off increases, then you leave it at off. If on increases your FPS, leave it at on. That was the thing I wanted to show you guys in here. Next thing, keeping a system clean. How should I keep my system clean, you ask? Well, I always do. I try to do that every day. Plus temp, as we said. Remove every file in here that can be removed. Then temp, every file that can be removed here, I remove. I right click, I go into this PC, then I right click local disk C, or right click your Windows partition. Go to properties, go to disk cleanup, this window will pop up. Now you click up clean up system files. Don't worry, this will not break your system, trust me. All you do is you want to aim for more bigger files. For example, over 100 megs, over 100 megs up to gigs. You want to aim for those files or those boxes. For example, if some temporary files is up in 20 gigs, I will tick that and just click OK. So yeah, basically that's it. Let's move on to drivers. Basically, depends on your graphics card. If you have a AMD, you will find graphics drivers on their site, on AMD's site, like the newest graphics drivers for your specific graphics card. Now I have a GTX 1060 6GB. So all I do is I go to NVIDIA GeForce Experience. Go to drivers. I have the newest drivers installed right now. So all you do is, if you have the latest, you don't need to worry about it. You can skip this this part. If you don't have the newest drivers, this will come up as download. When you download it, you go into after it is downloaded, it will be something like custom installation and express installation. I tend to install express or click express, then it will ask me if I wanted to do a firstly it will go through like it will scan your PC if the graphics card is good and everything, like if everything is okay. If everything is okay, it will take you to like to a second screen, which will be like if you wanna do a custom install, where you could, for example, choose what you want to update. If you want to update the audio drivers for your graphics card, if you want to update the graphics drivers only, but the like 4 or 5 important ones will be grayed out but still ticked, because that's the default and you can't untick like graphics drivers or audio drivers. Or I think you can, I'm not sure. And then you could it will be a little box under, it will be something in a and the type, or it will say something like if perform a clean install. This will remove your old driver instead of installing a new one on top of the old one. This can cause low FPS, or not low, but it will decrease your FPS. If you have graphics drivers on top of graphics drivers, it will just firstly it will just take a lot of space, then it will take a lot of FPS, and in the long run. So basically do a clean what's it called, clean install. Let's move on to the next thing. This part is for both Intel and both AMD processor users. Click on the Windows button and you write power plan. It should come up with edit power plan. You click that, this will pop up. Go into power options. Here you will be able to select those will be the default 3 power plans for Windows. You will probably be automatic if you haven't changed that before, then it will be probably selected balanced. For Intel users, choose high performance. For AMD users, AMD Ryzen 3, 5, 7, and I think 9, and Threadripper, choose AMD Ryzen balanced. I'll explain in a bit in a second. So as I said, for AMD choose balanced. For Intel, choose high performance. There is some what's it called? There are some videos on YouTube on where you can get ultimate performance power plan. You just write in your YouTube search bar Windows 10 how to get ultimate power or ultimate performance power plan. That's all you do, and then you just follow the instructions given in that video. I'm not gonna cover that right now because I'm using an AMD. The difference between Ryzen balanced and high performance in FPS is actually quite big. High performance is actually have actually less FPS than balanced. Balanced uses or balanced actually gives you less CPU temperature but gives you more FPS. I don't know why, but it works. High performance gives you more temperature or more Fahrenheit or Celsius, in whichever country you live in, and whichever what's it called, unit you have of the degrees. But yeah, balanced for AMD. I prefer balanced. It gives me more FPS. Let's move on to NVIDIA control panel. This will come automatically with graphics drivers to your NVIDIA. In this, if you have an AMD, I'm sorry, I never had an AMD graphics card, so I cannot help you in this step. So please skip. You can skip this part. Basically, I'm going to tell you what you can do to improve FPS in to gain a little bit more FPS out of your PC using NVIDIA control panel. All you do is you go into Manage 3D Settings. This will pop up and this list will be here. All you do is ignore that is just some eye candy. This is basically sharpen filter for your PC. Sharpen filter, it's like a sharpen filter on Instagram. It gives you more sharpen effect around edges. Okay, so basically all you do is just follow as I have it right now. Ambient occlusion off. Anisotropic filtering off. Don't know why it was on. Anti-aliasing FXAA off. Anti-aliasing gamma correction on. I don't know, I haven't actually seen the difference between on and off. So anti-aliasing mode, test either depends on your PC, but test out with off and enhance application setting. I have it on enhance. Don't know why it was changed. Anti-aliasing setting 2 times, 2x. Transparency off. CUDA GPUs. I'm using a 1060. 1060 needs to be ticked. If you have multiple graphics cards, for example, a dual, if you are running double 1060 setup, then two 1060s will show up here. Tick them both. The SR factors, basically resolution upscaling, tick that off, unless if you want to have what's it called, 4K but not 4K, if you know what I mean. Low latency mode, ultra. Max frame rate off. Multi-frame sampled AA, MFAA. I keep it on, but you need to test out off and on and see whichever you prefer for your PC, whichever gives you the most FPS. OpenGL rendering GPU 1060. Choose that. Never have it on auto select. GTX 1060 or your graphics card. Power management mode. Prefer maximum performance. Have it on have it on. For God's sake, prefer maximum performance. Have that on. Shader cache off. Texture filtering, anisotropic sample optimization off. Negative LOD bias allow. It will basically it will give you some I think it will give you some more FPS. I'm not so sure. As I said, depends on your PC. Texture filtering quality, high performance. Texture filtering trilinear optimization on. Thread optimization on. Triple buffering off. Vertical sync, have it off, for God's sake. And depends on if you play virtual reality games or not. If you don't, then leave it at 1. If you do, test out with the values between 1 and 4, or 2 and 4. So yeah, that was it. That was basically it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I helped you out. If you have any questions or any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Taifa. Stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.